Good morning,
Hey,
Discovery.
good morning.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Welcome to Church at Home. So pumped. Got Pastor Vanessa with me.
Yes.
And
sir.
so we're just excited to just spend a few moments with you. But before we get started, do us a favor. Let us know that you're online, that you're joining us. So if you're on your phone, just type like, hey, John, Vanessa, just type it in there. I see you. I see you on there, Susan and Shelly. Good morning, and Tom. I'm just kidding. This is
Pre-recorded.
This is pre-recorded. I don't see anybody. But I'm assuming by faith that there's some of you watching this morning. But we're excited about that. But seriously, if you're watching, go ahead. Let us know that you're watching. Say hi to us wherever you are, whether you're in bed, on couch. Where will we be?
I would be chilling out.
Chilling. Okay. So we'll be chilling. Yeah. So we're glad that you are here. Little glimpse into January 2025. We're going to, for the entire month of January, we're going to be looking at the idea of more. Now, as you know, the word for 2025 for discovery is the word more. It's based out of Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20. And I love this verse. It says, now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us, to him be the glory, everybody.
Yes.
In the church and in Christ Jesus throughout all generations, forever and ever. Amen. So our theme for 2025 is the word more. And so what we're going to be doing for the entire month of January is we're going to be looking at this idea of exploring the different mindsets of more. The different mindsets that you and I have to have in order to experience more. Let me say it this way. To experience more, you got to have the mindset of more. And so you could desire more for your life, for your marriage, for your finances, all you want. But if you don't have that mindset of what it takes in order to experience more, it ain't gonna happen. But we're believing that it does happen. So what we want to do this morning is kind of give you just a taste of the different themes that we're going to be looking at over January. But I have my notes down here. That's why I keep looking down. But for instance, the different mindsets of more. You got to have the mindset. One mindset that you have to have is the ability to get rid of all the bad things in order to make space for the good things, right? Like you can't be like, I want more, but you have no capacity to receive more. And so that's a mindset. The mindset that I have to learn to relinquish in order to receive. Hey, our words. You got to have another mindset that you and I we have to have is the mindset of expectation. You gotta expect that more can happen and more can take place. What about that other mindset?
I think the mindset of having more of an expectation of, it's kind of going along with expectation, but enlarging your capability, capacity. Sometimes we are limited of what we may perceive as a limitation, but know that we have a God right behind us that can do more with us and expand our capabilities.
Absolutely.
So I think expansion of capabilities is vital to being able to receive more.
Yeah, because you could also like look at your abilities, look at your situation, look at your season, look at your banking account, and based off of those things, you could limit your ability, your expectation, right? And so I love that, man. Like the idea of like we gotta expect more, not based off our own capabilities, but other things.
The Lord that's behind us.
The Lord.
The Lord is present. He's always near. and He's always willing to stretch us
Absolutely.
and give us more
Yep.
opportunities.
Yep. And so, but the mindset that I really want us to look at this morning is the mindset of growth. Now, again, this is going to be one of the messages in January, so I'm not going to go deep into it, but I think this is a very important mindset to have, this mindset of growth. I have one of my brothers. He's not really my brother. He's a brother from another mother. Hey, I'm just kidding. That's so dumb. I don't even get that. He says that growth happens when weight is added. Growth happens when weight is added. And I think if we're honest, we have this innate ability to not want to embrace weight for fear of
It weighing you down.
it weighing you down, it being too much.
Yeah.
But this idea that growth happens when weight is added, good weight. Let me say that, good weight.
Yes.
Because you could be carrying weight right now that is bad weight,
Yeah.
and it's breaking your back. But
Yeah.
if you add good weight and you have proper form and technique, right? Come on, all you bodybuilders.
Form is important.
Hey, bodybuilders, right? Yeah. Don't juice.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
This is why, yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, but growth is important. Growth happens when weight is added.
Yes.
So you could limit your growth, or excuse me, let me say this way. You could limit your more by refusing to grow. You could limit your more by refusing to grow.
That's the truth.
By
Some people don't want to grow.
some people don't want to grow, by refusing to add weight. Okay, so I'm gonna try that again. Third time's the charm. You can limit your more by refusing to grow, by refusing to add good weight.
Yes.
And so this morning, that's the whole idea of what we want to talk about is this idea of adding good weight so that you can grow and experience more in 2025. Friends, we have to learn to put on good weight, or not to put on good weight, because that means...
Well, I just think it's to know that weight is going to be expected if you're going to grow. Yeah. So to have that, they kind of all go together, the expectations and the not being limited by your capability, all goes together in allowing that growth to happen.
Absolutely.
So I just think it's great.
Yep.
Actually, which reminds us of the story of it's not a parable, it's something that literally happened. Matthew chapter 14, verse 13 through 21 says, "When Jesus heard what had happened, he withdrew by boat privately to a solitary place. Hearing of this, the crowds followed him on foot. As evening approached, the disciples came to him and said, 'This is a remote place, and so it's already getting late.' So Jesus replied, 'They do not need to go away. You give them something to eat.' 'We have here only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish,' they answered." Wow, talking about limitations right there. "Bring them here to me," he said, and he directed the people to sit down on the grass. And remember, there is 5,000 people, men. Well, I thought it was, 5,000 men.
5,000 men.
So we can only imagine if you added the women and the children, there's a lot. And that limitation of only having 2 fish and 5 loaves, how is that going to feed a multitude of people?
Right. And this idea of hey, will I, when Jesus asked me to go find food, what is my mindset? Is my mindset, yes, I will grow, I will add weight of the faith necessary, or am I going to just not do it? And so that's a question here for 2025 is are you going to grow in the mindset of more? Are you going to have an expectation for more? Are you going to be willing to grow? And so what we want to do is we want to give you 5 ways that that we think that you and I that we can grow in. And I will say, as soon as we say these, you're not going to be like, whoa,
Mind blown.
You're going to be like, bro, you say this every week. And so, but we believe it. We believe it so much.
Yeah.
And so the first way to grow in 2000, we're talking about spiritually, personally, financially. The first way that you can grow in 2025 is prioritizing Sundays. See, I told you, you're like, man, I hear this every week. But seriously, man, like there is something about being in the house. David talks about having his feet, him flourishing because his feet are planted. And so there's something about being in the house of God by making it not a choice. What is that called? Making it a priority. Making it a priority to be in the house. So our first Sunday back, January 5th. Yo, are you gonna be there? Like, be there. It's gonna be phenomenal. You have perfect attendance if you show up on January 5th.
Yes.
The second thing, I bet you could already type it out right now because you know, is to live in community. Listen, our groups start at the end of February. And this past semester of groups, we had people that joined groups that have never been part of groups, and they found their Sunday mornings to be even more beneficial because they're now like hanging out with people. They can say hi because they recognize people that they hung out with during the group. And so groups are a vital part of that. And so community, you need the right people in your path. Notice I said the right people.
Yes.
Like man, 2025, if you want more, you got to cut the wrong relationships, the wrong people. They're going to bring you down. You want to add anything to that?
I mean, friendships, relationships are so vital in your growth. And I think it sets the measure of your expectation. I think it sets the measure of your capabilities if you surround yourself with the right people. Yeah. I mean, if you don't, those things are going to go to the wayside and you're not going to have those expectations. You're not going to have the capabilities because some people just drag you down. They suck the life out of you. So you want to surround yourself with life-giving people.
Absolutely.
And also, in turn, you can also become life-giving yourself.
Absolutely.
Because your mindset is in a very important, I think the similarity of just wanting to grow in the Lord is so important.
Yep. Absolutely. The third thing, again, you probably type it out. You know what we're going to say. To serve selflessly. Listen, there are people who have been going to Discovery for a long period of time and you have never served. Listen, first, no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. We love you. You can still come and not serve. But listen, the church is not functioning without you.
Yeah.
Like there is something there's a gift, like you have the ability to greet people, make people feel so welcome that we are lacking because you're refusing to serve, to be stretched. Well, John, I don't have time. Listen, I guarantee you every single person that serves on the Dream Team doesn't have time to do it. But they've committed because they said, God, I want you to do more in my life. Therefore, I will make time. I will let go of some things that I don't need in order to make time for things that I do need. And they serve here. So I'm challenging you. If like this is your house, if we're your pastors, man, let this 2025 be the year to serve everybody. We need people who are extroverts that love talking to people. We need you.
Yes.
Elisha, shout out to Elisha Caroline. Hey, Elisha's taking over Disco Kids now. He needs people that can pass background check, but also, man, love to be with kids and want to like pour into the next generation. Musicians. Come on, like what else? What we're calling out things now?
We already said greeters. Hospitality. So if you're an introvert and you don't want to,
absolutely,
like you could set up coffee, you could stamp cups. I mean, there's other
everything. Production.
Yeah, production. Ooh, yes.
Band. Listen, we need a bass player so I can stop playing bass.
Yes.
Like I would like to not play bass and just to lead worship or just to not, but like that's selfish. I know you're like, stop being selfish, John. But again, like just being there. So man, like if are not serving currently, now's your time.
Yes.
Now's your time to create space for God to do what God, like this. I remember, good weight creates growth. And so you're stretching yourself 2025. And then the fourth, I said four, the fourth
Is giving.
is giving. Giving generously. Listen, y'all are some generous people.
Yes.
We raised $27,550, something like that. So we're like $450 short of reaching $28,000. But we're gonna still give $7,000 to each lane. Thank you for your generosity.
Yeah.
And so we just want to continue to be generous, to live with open hands. My wife says this all the time. She's like, what do you say? Like your faith.
Your faith can tangibly be tested. Your trust in the Lord can be tangibly tested by the way you give.
That's it.
I know that, like when I give, I know that my heart, it is really with the Lord, is as I'm trusting Him with that. Because how many of us can be dictated by our finances, whether it gives us a higher and lows? And when we start prioritizing giving to the Lord first, I think that sets our mindset to be able to receive more,
Absolutely.
More of Him, being able to trust Him in such a practical manner. I know it's hard. It's not always easy, but for me, it's really helped me when I go through situations or hard times, like starting that route of being able to trust the Lord has helped my mind redirect my mind in the right way.
Absolutely.
Right direction. So hopefully that made sense.
Absolutely. Absolutely does. And so, yeah, challenge you, 2025, start somewhere. We talk about the ladder at our Welcome Home. By the way, Welcome Home is sometime in January. So if you're brand new to Discovery, sign up for that. It's going to be a great time. But we talk about like how New Testament giving is, hey, God, everything that I have is yours. We talk about tithing, like the different levels. So the 10% is a tithe. New Testament is above the tithe. Then there's percentage givers. So maybe you're not ready to give 10%, but you are comfortable with giving like 2% or 1%. And then there's others who give that they're like they're giving an amount every single week, like because they're not comfortable yet to give a percentage, so they're just giving an amount. So here's what we're saying. Like, just grow, stretch yourself. Mm-hmm. Like, be willing to stretch and to grow, to posture yourself for more. And I say this every first Sunday of the new year. If you commit to those 4 things for an entire year, I guarantee you, your life will never be the same. And if at the end of the year, you have committed to all 4 of those things, like you've done them faithfully, I will help you. I will go with you to another church to try to find a church for you. That's how confident I am in those 4 things. And then the 5th and final thing, January 5th, we're kicking off our 21 days of prayer and fasting. Listen, it's going to be phenomenal. So you have 1 week from today till next Sunday to begin and ask God, what do you want me to fast? What do you want me to give up during these 21 days? You also have the ability to tell your mind and your flesh that I'm going to wake up at 6:30 and I'm going to be part of morning prayer on YouTube. I'm going to show up on Wednesday nights for live prayer and worship. I'm going to show up on Saturday morning prayer. Yeah. Listen, the 21 days, I've never met anybody who's been part of 21 days and they regretted it. So, okay, so Kaiser just called and that made us cut. So we're back now.
Yes.
Golly. But like I was saying, those are 5 tangible ways that you can posture yourself for growth, spiritual, physical, financial growth in 2025. Discovery, we're excited about this coming year. Anything else you want to say, baby, before we end?
No, just come with expectations and just come with the ability or the right mindset. because it all starts in the mind. I mean, the Lord talks about how we need to guard our heart at all times. Like that's basically, we need to guard our minds, or just come in with the right mindset. So I think it all starts there.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. Anyways, hey, thank you for spending some time with us this morning. Enjoy your Sunday. Again, we have no Pursuit January 1st, but we will be. The first time back in the building in 2025 is January 5th. So next Sunday, show up, be here. It's going to be phenomenal. But as always, it won't be the same without you. So anyways, hey, Disco, we love you guys. Blessings to you and your family in this new year. We love you, and we'll see you hopefully January 5th, 9:10, 10:30. Goodbye. See you guys. Bye.